We take out our rage on where we live because we aren't wise enough to think about the consequences of our actions and reactions. Our selfishness has real effects. In case you're someone who doesn't believe in science, here's a quick news update. The warming of the Earth and the effects on its health are real. Have you noticed more people mentioning that the weather in their city wasn't as hot years ago, or that there was less rain, more rain, or noticeable changes having taken place over time? Anyone notice that summers these days always seem to include wildfires? I certainly have. The effects on us aren't just that we're hotter in the summer or colder in the winter. Everything ties in and around itself. The changes we are experiencing affect our emotional and psychological health. They influence customer behaviors too. We feel the impacts of retail shifts due to disruptions in supply chains and changes in energy sources, emotional imbalances, social unrest, and environmental upheaval intertwine, and the trickle-down from this is becoming a flood. Our short-sightedness and disconnection from ourselves and our loss of focus, both in business and in life, is extending beyond our capability to manage. This leads to even more arguments and upheaval, and the cycle begins again. Things feel, to say the least, a bit out of control. My mind often slips into hopelessness. In January 2024, as I was finalizing the edits to this book, I took a month off in Thailand to recenter after I finished the first 99% or so of the text. I was in need of experiences rooted in compassion, as focus and clarity often accompany them. I spent 10 days between Malaysia and Myanmar in the Andaman Sea, living on a scuba boat with a predominantly Thai crew and spending a good part of each day in the water and under the surface. Scuba is like deep meditation plus fish. In the water, a world within our world offered lessons in focus and reflection that supported the ideas in this book. While the reefs I saw were vibrant, I was told that they were no longer as vibrant as they had been. The water was getting warmer, evidently, year after year. The new temperature levels were impacting life under the surface. The dive leader, who had been diving the waters for decades, commented that in addition to the impact the climate has on the ocean, people wanting selfies underwater were disregarding the natural landscape. Coral is often kicked and broken, and sea life is disrupted so that people can get that perfect photo under the surface. He was seeing a lack of focus amidst tourists, a self-centeredness and vanity. It was a priority shift that was having wide-ranging effects. I started thinking that the world might be out of balance, but people's imbalances were driving that. The impact was real. We spoke on the boat one night as the sun was setting over the horizon. "The world is doomed," he said. He added, "The only hope is that it wipes us clean and starts again with a new kind of human." I sat by myself on the deck under the stars after he went to bed and thought about that for a good long while. A new kind of human. What would a new kind of human look like, sound like, or act like? How would a new kind of leader lead? What would a new kind of communicator say? What could a new kind of teammate contribute? I realized that I don't agree that the only hope for the future is that humans are wiped clean. For if that is the case, then why write books in the first place? Or become better leaders or communicators? Or wake up in the morning? Or eat vegan coconut ice cream? Or love our kids and partners? Or do most anything? The work to transform our world starts with humans. It doesn't end with them. We need a ramping up of what it means to be human, not a diminishment of it. It struck me that this is the world as it is. We have built it up, we have fouled it up, and we have done so, not just in terms of nature or kicking coral. Our way of treating one another is out of line. Our systems are off balance and off course. Our selfishness and greed are utterly ridiculous. The wreckage of humanity, both psychological and physical, has been strewn across the land, and an hour of desperation is at hand. We have reached a point of reckoning. Our inching towards accepting meanness and cruelty without judgment, and our propensity for and acceptance of violence has begun to spin out of control and has led us off the proverbial rails. Our lack of focus and our acceptance of it as normal has started to shift us in ways that are off course from where we could be if we worked to shift.